Alright, Hizmig here. It's the next day, and we're gonna try to get this thing installed. Alright, we'll see if we can get it running. Like I said, the most work that's probably gonna be done is we gotta change the connector for the throttle. Okay, and I kind of want to get a different throttle, but we can do that later. Okay, it's not very difficult, especially on this bike. Alright, the nice thing about this bike is it's big and it's more open. Alright, everything on the Livey is all compacted. Alright, there's not a lot of room to work with on the Livey. Alright, anyway, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is we'll connect the phase wires and we'll figure out what to do with that battery harness. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out where that's going to go, but the phase wires are basically just going to go through that air intake boot. Okay. Okay, so here's what we're working with. Alright, we've got the 3 phase wires here, these orange wires, and we're going to match them up to the terminals on the controller. Alright, and we're going to use these fasteners to put them on. Okay, should be too simple. Alright, so I'm going to knock that out. You guys will see what it looks like. Okay, so these are the wires. Okay, let's get this out of the way first. Let's put it on the battery tray. Alright, and we're going to run these through the boot here. Let's do this one first. Okay, this is the yellow one. And I gotta twist them the other way too. Man, there's gonna be a lot of space. So I think what we're gonna have to do is zip tie it to the frame or something. Alright, we don't want these phase wires to stick out a lot because they could get snagged on something and rip right out. Okay, so that's what we don't want. Okay, so alright. Okay, I'm gonna go run the blue one in here. Okay, and the green one. Okay, they're in the box right here. I'm gonna do the ones out there first. I'm gonna go towards me. Okay. So the terminals say B, G, and Y. All right. So blue, green, and yellow. All right. So just gotta match them up and install them with these fasteners. All right. Okay. It took forever, but I got them in there. All right, guys. So I took some pictures of them in there. I took some pictures just to make sure they're in there properly. Okay. So the blue one, the one that's all the way at the back, all right, guys. All right, the blue one back there was very difficult to get in. All right, you can see it's got to go at quite an angle. All right, the green one and the yellow one, no problem. All right, it was so easy. Oh, this one, okay, yeah. So it's rubbing up on the box a whole lot. So I'm glad that we cut this portion out. All right, the little the lip of the airbox. Flange or whatever it is. I'm glad we cut it because it would have been rubbing on that big time, guys. All right, I might want to put some tape back there. I don't think it's gonna rub at all because these won't move at all, man. All right, and then we could probably just zip tie these to like the subframe here or something. Keep them out of the way as much as possible. There's a lot of wire. Okay, so the next challenge, guys. All right, the next challenge is the wire harness. Okay, this isn't going to be the wire harness that we're going to use. We're going to wind up using a QS10 harness in the end. All right, but we'll use, actually I need to fix this. There's a slit here. All right, the wire's not cut, at least I don't think it is, but the jacket is cut. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more shrink tubing on this. All right, and then fix this, and then we'll go install it. Okay, let's make sure that let these go through first. Okay, perfect size. Okay, yeah, let me go get my heat gun out and fix that. I fixed it with the shrink tubing. All right, I think it was like here somewhere. Okay, so at least it's not exposed anymore. All right, I'm gonna try to install it now. Haha, I got all the wires hooked up. All right, so there's the positive. All right, yeah, man, there's not a lot of space to route over, is what I'm going to say. All right, and that's where the battery comes out, man. I got that much. We may need to make a longer battery harness. We'll see. Actually, I don't have any QS8 connectors too, so hopefully this works. All right. All right, so that's the battery positive right there. All right, we got the negative. I'm not gonna lie, none of this cable comes in the way I want it to, man. The terminals are crimped like in a way where like I have to twist them to get them to fit. All right, they don't just fit like normal. All right. Also, this one is cut too. I didn't notice that. So man, what the heck? All right. So yeah, like I said, definitely was a good idea to cut this. All right. So I don't think this is gonna move at all. Everything is just pressed on the box. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't break the terminal or anything. I think it's fine. This stuff is not going to be moving. All right, maybe this will be moving. All right, but these wires won't move. They're like so close to the wall here that they just won't move. Okay, all the flex is in front of that. All right. Okay, but yeah, it makes a nice little conduit. All right, it goes down like that and it'll connect to the battery. I would like it to be a little bit longer. The battery one. The motor leads should be small. Yeah, the motor leads should be shorter, and the battery one should be longer, man. Okay, but yeah, it looks like it fits in there pretty good. All right, I tightened it down. All right, all the split lock washers are crushed. I didn't tighten the positive down because we still have to hook up the red wire to it, the ignition wire. Okay, this guy here. So we'll hook that up. Yeah, actually, we can hook that up right now. It's just loose right now, so you just connect it with the bullet connector. Okay, so this will be the next one I'll connect. All right, by the way, I'm having to use this tool to tighten everything down. All right, the wrenches are just hard to get in there. So it's a ratchet with a 1/4 inch 5mm Allen head socket on it. Okay, makes it easy. Okay, there it is. I got the positive wire in there. All right. So this is going to be where our ignition switch is going to be connected to. All right. Yeah, it kind of goes. It does this big loop thing here, and it goes out here. What I could do is drill a hole in the air box like right here, and it could just stick a grommet in there and just have it go out that way. If this becomes too crowded later, I might do that. Okay. Yeah, because like I don't know how we're going to get the other wires through. Okay, guys, but there it is. It's in there. It's not going anywhere. I could have made it go the other direction. I could have it go the other way, this way, instead of this way. All right, so I've got choices. We'll just go with this for now. All right, we're just trying to get it running first. Okay, but that looks pretty good right there. All right, so that's what we got so far. Looks like we got the flux capacitor hooked up there. Okay, all right, so we'll just leave that there for now. I'm thinking we're going to go underneath the tank and on this guy here, and then back here, and then connect it to wherever this switch is going to go. Okay, all right. Let's not worry about that right now. Okay, so the next thing, so that's it. All the main wires are hooked up, guys. 3-phase wires, the 2 DC wires are connected, and then the one red power wire for the ignition switch. Okay. All right, so now we're going to hook up the let's hook up the Bluetooth. That's the next easy one. Okay, so that would hook up somewhere here. It's this one right here. Okay, so okay, now we're going to start hooking up the extra stuff. All right, the peripherals. So my idea is I'm going to put this right here. So there's a little bracket here. You can zip tie stuff to it. All right, I'm just going to make it go like right here. Okay, or right here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not that way. I think you can flip this, but we can get it to go this way, and it'll just loop around in the box. There's plenty of room on the bottom of the box, man. All the stuff is like right here in the center. Okay, so there's plenty of room to play with in there. All right, we could also put it outside, right? Or I could put it underneath here, where the yeah, actually that's a good place. Right underneath the here, just zip tie it to the subframe. Okay, so I'll figure it out. Okay. Anyway, it just connects to this guy here. Okay, then we'll zip tie it somewhere. Too easy. Okay, so since I hooked this up in the previous video, guys, we're gonna run it right now. All right, so this is the 2-in-1 connector. All right, it's for the display and the the regen throttle. Okay, so this has got to go towards the handlebar. All right, so it's gonna. I'm gonna try to route everything to the right side of the bike. That's what it looks like. That's how it looks like this was designed. Is what I'm gonna say. It looks like it was designed to run alongside here, underneath the tank, and through this, and then it goes through here. All right, so we want to try to follow this as much as possible, so our wires don't get pinched. Okay, because there was like a pinched wire over there. Okay, so, and this doesn't look like it's long enough. Hopefully it'll be long enough when we connect the thing. Okay, so yeah, let me go unravel this and then I'll run it somewhere. I think this is getting a little too crowded here, man. There's not a lot of space left in there anymore. I could probably run it through there. We could try. I'd have to disconnect it. Oh yeah, you know what? We still got to run the Hall sensor, and there's not enough room in there. Oh wait, there is. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, how far did I get it in there? Oh yeah, I might be able to get in there. Let me massage it in there. All right, let's go let's go run the Hall sensor connector into the airbox first. Oh shit, you know what I realized? I put it on outside the frame. I got it through. I got it through, guys. It wasn't easy, okay? But I guess I gotta take it back out. Dadgummit, man. Alright, hold on. We'll route it about where these other wires are routed. Okay, the Hall sensor connector has been run to the airbox. Alright, I think there should be ample room to install that. Okay, let's go run this next. Okay, I ran the 2-to-1 cable. I was pretty easily able to get it through that conduit. Alright, and I decided to run it through the hole in the frame right here, and then to right here. Alright, because we didn't want to stay on this thing, man. Alright, and then I put it through this little bracket here. Alright, and so that should give enough room for it to not get pinched. Alright, the forks don't go all the way. It's not like the Light Beam, man. So there's a little channel here. Okay, so I might want to zip tie that somewhere, but I think that'll work. Okay, so that's good. That'll do for now. Okay, okay, so let's go hook up the harness. Okay, the QS138 harness. That is this bad boy here. Okay, so let's go grab this. Okay, and alright, and that's going to connect to this guy right here. Well, you know what I can use this for? I can use this as a plug for this. There you go. I was kind of annoyed with this. Stuff kept on falling down there, so if water does get in there, I mean, we just take the plug out, right? I hope it stays on there, but I think that's what I'm going to do with that plug, because we're definitely going to use this. Okay, so I repurposed. Yep, I'll probably put a zip tie on it or something so it don't fall out. I repurposed the condom that was on here. Okay, so I'll go hook this guy up. Okay, should I run this first? Is there enough room to run it? That's a good question. I don't think there's any more. There's no more room in that little conduit. Yeah, there's no more room in there, man. I mean, I could try. Let me see if I can run it. Well, let's just connect it first. If not, like I said, we'll go up over this. All right. We'll go up over here. All right. This is for the throttle. Okay, and the throttle's on the right side too, so it's in a good spot. Maybe I need to take this off first. Oh, it doesn't fit. Maybe we can't do that. Come on, dude, you know you want to fit. Oh my god, dude. Ugh. I had to really squeeze that. I had to squeeze that connector quite a bit to get it through there. Okay, I got it. Alright, yeah, I think that's where we're going to go. We'll go right here. Alright, and then through here. Okay, and then try to get it up there as much as possible. Also, the red wire's got to go that way too. Alright, but it's nice. It's got this kind of cloth tape on it, similar to the stuff that's on the red shift. I think they should have put zip ties on it too. Okay, and then we need to run, oh, this red wire wire is supposed to go here, but it's supposed to go to the ignition switch. Let's worry about that later, okay? Okay, so I was able to get that through there. Yeah, we're kind of running out of space there, so let's just run that through there. Okay, that's fine as long as it doesn't move all that much. All the chafing and stuff will happen on the front of the bike, okay? Okay, so let's connect this guy. Okay, this is the QS138 harness right here. Connect it right here. It's got a big key on it. Okay. Okay, very nice. Hopefully that's pretty watertight. We could put some silicone tape over it. Something. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I think this needs to be in the airbox because this guy's going to connect to this. So let's connect this already. Alright, so this is the hall sensor connector. Okay. Plug this guy in. Alright, this is the fun part, it's just plugging stuff in. Okay, put that in there. Shove this into there. It's big beefy wire harness, man. Okay, and then so this is the 12-volt output, and we're not going to use it right now. Alright, we're just concerned about getting the bike running, so I'm gonna just throw that on the bottom of the airbox. Okay, put this right down here. Alright, plenty of room to run stuff in there, that's what I'm gonna say. Okay, maybe I might want to move this into the boot a little bit. Okay, and then we got our red wire here. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so okay, this is what we got going on here. So far, we've got the blue, green, yellow wires connected. All right, the black DC wire is connected. The positive wire is connected. The positive wire for the ignition switch is wired here, and then we connected the Bluetooth right here on the side of the frame. Okay, maybe I might want to put a piece of rubber on that so it doesn't move around. Because it moves around quite a bit, but I kind of want to just put it back here. Okay, it can go anywhere. There's plenty of, it's got plenty of wire. Look at how much wire. So yeah, all the wires come out back there, and then it just kind of loops around and everything. It's kind of a rat's nest, guys, but there's plenty of space underneath here for the wires and stuff. So it looks pretty somewhat tidy in there. Okay, all right. So there's this, and then the display and the regen throttle left. Okay, so we're gonna have to run the throttle all the way here. Will it reach? Yeah, it'll reach. Look at that. There's plenty of space. Maybe we can just leave it in the box. Let's see. So let's run this throttle. Hazemeg is going to have to... ooh, it's not going to fit in there. Don't really want to put it there either. Okay, let's just put it here for now. I think we're going to have to take this off and then run it back here. Right, but we'll do that later. It's just 2 bolts. Okay, so there's this, and then this is supposed to connect to this. However, as you can see, the connectors are different. This is like a domino throttle. This is exactly like the domino throttle. All right, but I don't want to modify this harness. Okay, and like I said, I have this. All right, so we're gonna have to modify this guy. All right, so we're gonna have to break out the soldering iron. But I've been looking at some diagrams. All right, so this is gonna connect to that black wire, and then there's a blue and a red. Here we got blue and a brown. There's a blue here, so maybe we just connect the blues together. All right, but anyway, I've got the old throttle box. All right, I've got the throttle box here as a like a point of reference. All right, okay. All right, this will actually connect to that. Okay, it should. Okay, so if we did want to run a cable throttle, we could. All right, we just have to mount this somewhere. Okay, But we will be running a cable throttle. It'll just be for something else, okay? But we'll use this as our point of reference, all right? So this one has a black here, and oh yeah, what's on this harness? I'm gonna have to peel this one back and see what's going on here. Okay, but anyway, we'll just wire it according to this, okay? So definitely the blacks are gonna go together. All right, so this is this, all right, guys. All right, and you saw it connected already. It's already got the wires crimped and everything. Hopefully they did a good job crimping it. So the black, wait a minute. The black is the pointy part of the triangle, but this one is blue. Okay, so it's already messed up, guys. All right, so anyway, the black. Anyway, okay, so in another video we will go we'll go address this. Okay, we'll modify the connector. Maybe I'll just take the throttle off the bike first. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is we got to start taking stuff off the handlebars. All right, yeah, we can take the throttle off and work on it. We'll take the throttle off. We'll take this guy off. We won't be using this anymore. We could use it. But I don't like it. Okay, so I don't like the ignition being here. If anything, it should be in the middle. All right, in the middle somewhere. I don't like it up here. But I do like having the voltmeter. The voltmeter is nice to have. But we don't need a voltmeter because we got a fancy display. Okay, guys. So we're gonna take this off and this off. We're not gonna need any of these anymore. All right. I have a Tusk controller. All right, light controller that we're going to be installing in place of this, so it's got to come out anyways. Okay, and I will go over the dual sport wiring kit in another video, guys, but we will be installing that here, okay, in this video. Okay, all right, so let me just start cutting all these zip ties already and start taking stuff off. Okay, yeah, so all that's left is this, and then we got to connect this. All right, so this is the last thing to connect. And we just put this on the handlebar somewhere, okay? It's probably gonna go right here, all right? It's probably gonna go here, and then we'll put the selector switch here, all right? I don't like the freaking selector switch on this controller, guys. Actually, I like this. This is simple and it works, guys. Okay, I like this a lot, all right? It's easy, all right? Low, medium, high, all right? And it's kind of hard to brush up on it and hit it, you know? Accidentally. This one, not so good, all right? The one that we're going to put. Okay, anyway, so that's what we got for now. We might be able to just put this inside the box, all right? Because that's where it was before. The throttle was in the box before, so maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just run it up over here. Okay, but yeah, we're not going to have the flat connector. The flat connector actually fits good through there. This actually fits nice. So we're going from a connector that, you know, fits. Oh, it doesn't. It is if you shoehorn it in there. See? It fits. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I have to really squeeze that other one through there, so I don't know if we'll get it through there. Yeah, there's not a lot of room. All right, worst comes to worst, we can just go on the side, all right? I kind of don't want it to come out of the side, all right? Like, see how this red one is coming out right now? Anyway, the switch is going to connect to this. Yeah, so we've got this, and we've got this, all right? This is coming off the harness. This is coming off the battery. All right, so this has got to connect to this, and then this one has got to connect to that, all right? So I guess they're all going to come together. I guess I should run this one already. So let's put this one over here. There's enough room for it, so. Okay, it looks like they're all going to come together right here, all right, with this guy. Oh, is that going to fit, man? They did say you might have to extend the wires for this kit. Why wouldn't they have a long enough wire? Okay, so I'm going to go start taking this stuff off, all right? And then that's the next step. I'm going to take a break first, though. He's big out.